Spring hasn't sprung just yet, so while we're waiting for those flowers to stop and smell, we say sit back, snuggle in, and enjoy the show.
On today's show,
will you guys please donate for 5 days for the homeless?
UBC's 5 Days for the Homeless Project.
So surprised with how many people walk right by me with their headphones in.
On the Sierra Sil Giants report, it's the latest name on the Giants' Ring of Honor.
I'm pretty big on is exfoliation.
Skincare secrets with West Coast style.
Here we go, outside time.
Also on Spradshaw Community College's Higher Learning.
It's all about child's play here at Kids Cottage in Coquitlam.
See that and more local expression.
Welcome to The Express, only on Shot TV. I'm Johanna Ward at Bear Creek Park in Surrey. Feels like spring is almost here. The flowers are trying to burst forward. The weather is getting milder, but it's still chilly out. And I can't imagine what it would be like not to have a roof over my head or a warm bed to sleep in at night. Unfortunately, that's the reality for too many youth in our community. But some UBC students are doing their part to change that.
Hey guys, will you guys please donate for 5 days for the homeless?
Okay. There you go.
Thanks so much. Thanks.
Natasha Till is one of several UBC students who have committed to raising awareness and funds for homelessness by asking for donations like this.
Hey there, do you want to give us some change for 5 days for the homeless? Sorry. A little bit of change makes a big change in a homeless youth's life.
And by living like this for 5 days.
So far it's been really good. We've only had one night out. It was cold, it was long, it was tiring, but I've been really surprised by how generous some of the students are. We had one girl come over, she didn't know any of us, and she just started talking to us, asked us questions, and she brought us Chinese food. But then I'm also surprised with how many people walk right by me with their headphones in when they can clearly see me and hear me, and they just ignore me. Excuse me, do you want to donate?
5 Days to the Homeless is a national campaign, so we have 10 students from UBC giving up basic needs like a warm bed and hot shower. So we're going to be staying here for 5 days, raising awareness about youth homelessness in downtown, and also raise $20,000 that goes to Directions Youth Services in downtown Vancouver.
People do react positively when they know what it's about, but people in the streets do not want to talk to you. They just turn around, and some people think that you're actually homeless, especially if you have those cardboard signs written on, and people do not want to talk to you. So it sort of helps to understand, in a way, not exactly how homeless people feel. And it's a very, very humbling experience.
It's only 5 days that we're doing this, and you really realize that after the first night that we can go home at the end of the 5 days. But the youth on the street, like, there's no deadline for them. Like, who knows how long they're going to be out there for. We have to help them.
We're just trying to raise awareness and trying to show that we're not so different. You know, homeless people, youth homelessness is, not so far away from, regular students like myself.
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
The website is 5days.ca to find out more about the 5 Days for the Homeless program that runs in cities across Canada. Now on The Express, we go from the serious to the silly with today's Sierra Sil Giants report. The Winnipeg Jets were in town recently to take on the Canucks, but one of the players had another big game. Former Giants player Evander Kane had his very own bobblehead night at the Pacific Coliseum.
The Giants Report is presented by Sierra Sil Joint Formula 14. Sierra Sil Joint Formula 14. Health you can feel.
At 20 years old, Evander Kane is young enough to play for the Vancouver Giants. The third-year NHLer is already an alumni.
It's an honor and it's a privilege to be a part of such a rich tradition and a great history.
Tonight, Kane's name is being added to the Giants' Ring of Honor.
There's a lot of things I remember. I mean, winning the World Cup as a 15-year-old was obviously pretty special. And then, when I was 16 and 17, we won a whole lot of hockey games and we went deep into the playoffs.
Kane is also getting his own bobblehead. 900 of them are being given out to Kane's fans at this Giants game.
Super awesome. It's pretty cool.
Kane left the team in 2009, but is younger than some of the Giants' current players.
Came into the league with a guy like Neil Manning, and it's great he's still playing and leading this team.
Kane didn't stay with the Giants for long. He played in the 2007 Memorial Cup as a 15-year-old, and by 17, he was drafted 4th overall by the Atlanta Thrashers.
Kane, spinorama tape to tape, are you kidding me?
Kane is in Vancouver with the Winnipeg Jets to take on the Canucks. He says the hockey culture in Winnipeg is a little different than Atlanta.
You're under the microscope, and there's definitely a lot of attention, and I think it's great. It's great for hockey. It's great for the fans in Winnipeg.
Kane puts the puck in front. Here's Will when he scores.
A Vancouver native, the Winnipeg Jets forward says playing in the NHL in front of a hometown crowd is a dream come true.
It's great, to be able to play in front of friends and family. And obviously, when I was younger, I grew up going to the Canucks games.
And being at home means Kane runs into fans like Barbara Firks, who worked at his old high school.
He was always a very polite, very nice young man.
We followed him since he was 15 when he came here, and nothing but good things to say about him.
Kane says playing for the Giants, and especially coach Don Hay, made him a complete player. And it certainly secured his spot on an impressive list of Giants alumni. I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Vancouver for The Express.
The Giants Report was presented by Sierra Sil Joint Formula 14. Health you can feel.
Unfortunately, the Giants lost their game, so they're tied for 4th in the Western Conference standings, and they have 5 games left on their schedule. You're watching The Express, and we're moving on from sports to a little soul work. We're joining our Sea to Sky host, Nicole Fitzgerald, who's in therapy.
Yes, Johanna, a very different kind of therapy. There are no couches, just paintbrushes and some pastels, which were my favorite. Squamish artist Sophie Burnett is going to introduce us to art therapy, which had some very surprising results.
I bet it'll be all happy clouds and trees. Just channel a little Bob Ross, right? You're watching The Express, and coming up, we're going to learn how to handle the stress of success on The Good Life and see these stories.
Where's your suit thing?
Broadshaw Community College's higher learning. It's the hard work of play.
They're having a panic attack. I'm having a panic attack. I don't know whose is what.
So just rub that in. So light.
West Coast style. The Beauty Buzz's 411 on skincare. The Express, only on Shaw TV.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.